Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right. Welcome to Am I the Asshole Podcast. This is today's Tuesday episode. Love you guys so much. Been appreciating all of the support and everything that's been going on, man. We are moving and grooving through the episodes. You guys are super awesome. Been appreciating all the support you guys have been showing on 2025, man. All the new changes that we've made, and just the show keeps growing and the show keeps it going, man. And it's all because of you guys' support. I do appreciate you guys so much. You guys make this podcast happen and give me the want to just keep making content. It's why I've added so much extra content to the channel over this year alone, just through streams, as well as just episodes. It's been a ride, man. It's been awesome. You guys show amazing support when it comes to downloading the podcast, doing all that good stuff. I want to give you guys your flowers, if I'm being honest with you. Because if I'm being straight, you guys have been awesome, and I do appreciate all of the support, man. As far when it comes to streaming, I know you guys have had a lot of questions about that. I see it in my comments a lot. Monday 5 p.m. is when I stream. Okay. So Monday 5 p.m. is when I stream. I stream every Monday 5 p.m. I know sometimes you're like, wait a minute, there was a live stream that happened. I do occasionally go live on Fridays. It's just one of those things where, like, if I find the time, then I do go live. I need to get better at maybe like posting it if I do decide to go live, because I do get a lot of comments on the live streams, and they say, oh, hey, I'm sorry I didn't catch you live. Oh, I wanted to catch you live. Oh, I wanted to, and so I do understand that, and I do apologize for that. So I will get better at like maybe notifying you guys that I am live and stuff like that. That way you guys can come in, you can talk to me, all that good stuff, and we can chat. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. I don't really ban people. You could talk shit in my chat box. That's why we got banned on TikTok like a week ago, because a lot of people were talking shit, and it was fun. It was awesome. We were just going back and forth, a little banter and this and that. So it's cool, man. It's all right. It is what it is. But I'm not going to hold you guys up on this long ass intro. We're going to get into today's thread. I was going to say scenario. Ooh, I am so dumb. All right, we're going to get into today's thread. So today's thread is, what's a red flag that you are attracted to? Ooh, that red flag that you just feel like, God damn, I hate it, but I can't live without it. So let's see what's up. A very clingy woman. I really enjoy being clung to. I'll wear her as a backpack if she wants. Just hold me. Facts. I absolutely love a woman that's obsessed with me. Oh my God. Oh, a woman that is obsessed with you is just the bread and butter. It is just sexy. And a lot of people are like, oh no, it's great in the beginning, but then it gets old, and it's like, no, I love that. I love when you want to just be all up in my business all the time. And, because I'm the type of person where I do love my alone time. Don't get me wrong. But when I'm in a relationship, I'm just not like that. I like to be around you. I like to spend time with you. I like to, do shit for you. I'm a very acts of service kind of person. And that's just me. And so when I get that acts of service back, just in the form of just, say I'm like on my computer and I'm editing videos, or I'm, playing my game or whatever the case may be, and you just come up behind me, you start rubbing on my chest and shit. Oh, my dick is hard. It is hard as a diamond, and it's going to penetrate you. I'm telling you, man. And then on top of that, a girl that's like that, oh, she'll never say no to you. Anytime you want some of them walls, she's just like, okay. I love that shit. Oh, man. It's the best. It is a red flag, though, sometimes, just because when the relationship doesn't work out, or say, some shit happens, you got to break up with her, they are the craziest ones. They will not leave you alone. Oh, man. I've yet to have a class 5 clinger. You know what I mean? I've yet to have one, but if you want to get in my DMs, you know what I mean? You know where my Instagram is. You know what I mean? Hey, hit your boy up. I'll gladly ignore your red flags, you know? All right, on to the next one. What's a red flag that you are attracted to? I'm attracted to girls I have no chance with. That's a real red flag. Look, bro. All right, man. I don't think that's a red flag on her part. I think that's a red flag on your part. Because why are you chasing girls that don't like you like that? Come on, man. You know what I mean? You're putting yourself through that heartache. That's not a red flag on her. That's a red flag to you. All right, let's be straight. Let's be straight here, my nigga. That's a red flag to you, not her. Come on, man. What are we doing here? You're like, he's just like, yeah. My red flag, I'm going to put it onto her so that way I can love it. Like, no, bro. That's not how this works. That's not how this works, bro. All right, what's a red flag that you are attracted to? Depression-coded boys with self-deprecating humor, bitterness at the world. I think it's because I suppress those traits in myself. Yeah, and then that nigga starts beating on you, and then you're like, holy crap, what did I get myself into? Girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? I guarantee this bitch got some bruises on her now. Like, girl, what are you doing? No. See, that'd be the crazy shit to me sometimes. Like, these girls will like these archetypes of guys that they know are going to be whooping on their ass. And then they wonder why their ass is getting whooped. And I'm like, baby girl, do you not know? Do you not understand? What are we doing here? You know, I'm just saying. It's kind of crazy to me if I'm being straight with you. I'm like, girl, come on now. You love these archetype of men that just gonna whoop your booty cheeks. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. What's a red flag that you are attracted to? Love bombing and men who are crazy / obsessed with me. Wow. Okay. I guarantee you that she has never had a guy who has just genuinely cared about her. Yeah, I guarantee she's never dated a dude who has genuinely just been like, no, I love you. No, I care about you. No, I got you. I'm here for you. She's probably never experienced that. That's wild. Damn, that's crazy. To just sit there and say, you know what? It's in my forte to just be loved bomb, so I'm gonna just love it. That's just gonna be me. Like, damn, girl. Hey, one day I'm sure she'll realize that ain't it. That ain't it, chief. All right. What is a red flag that you are attracted to? Obsessive neediness. Codependency is great. Asocial personality towards other people. Possessiveness. Basically a yandere type. If it's a red flag, that's because it catches my attention. Sorry. Look, if I think it's a thing where men are so fucking lonely that they look at it like, if a girl is obsessed with me like this innate obsession is attractive. That is a direct cause of dudes just being lonely, man. Oh my God. Like, don't get me wrong. I did say at the top of the show that I like a clingy girl, 100%. So I know, get out of my comments right now talking about, but at the top of the show you said, no, hold on. Because y'all motherfuckers like to do that shit. You like to be like, you said this, but then you said that. Like, no, hold up. Wait a minute, because I'll always explain why it is I say what I say. Yes, I do enjoy me a clingy woman, 100%. But when it gets to a borderline obsession, codependency, and a asocial personality of a yandere, no. What in the fuck? No. That's crazy to me. There's no way I would want a girl that obsessed with me. And that's a little too much. Because that's the type of chick that wants a vial of your blood around her neck type shit. You know, she's over here like cutting you in your sleep just so she can feel the underside of your skin or something. Yeah, like, bro. You know what I mean? Look, I love a goth girl just as much as the next guy, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm not going to get cut up and all that shit for it. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to vial my blood, maybe. Maybe. I'm scared of needles, but maybe. Yeah, bro. I'm like, hold up. That's crazy. You know, I don't mind like, you know, a girl being like, hey, you know, another girl talks to me or whatever, and she's just like, bitch, back the fuck up from my man. I'd be like, yeah, damn right. Get over here, girl. You know, I like that shit. That shit is nice too. You know, I'm down with that. All right, what's a red flag that you are attracted to? I like women that everyone else hates. You would think that would be a hint, but no. I mean, all right, look, this is the nigga that's just like, he just sees that as a challenge. He's like, oh yeah, oh, nobody likes that girl? Challenge accepted. And it's funny because I feel like I used to do that without realizing I was doing it, mind you, because there was a lot of times where I would be, especially in my retail days, all right, you know, like there'd be a lot of girls, there'd be a girl that I'm talking to or something like that, and then a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like her, oh, she's this and that, oh, blah, 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 and I'm just like, huh, really? Like, what do you mean? She's not like that with me. She'd be like the nicest thing. She's all super sweet and caring and shit like that. But then it's until like we start dating, then she becomes a real bitch. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. You're crazy. And then I try to break up with them and they get even crazier. And you're like, oh, I fucking see why. Okay. The ex-boyfriends must have been like, yo, that one right there, crazy. With a capital K. You know, like, yo. And I be just, you know, realizing it too late. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, I'm stuck in it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, all bad. Absolutely all bad. All right, what's a red flag that you are attracted to? Emotionally unavailable men, and they suck because they have otherwise wonderful qualities as a partner, but can't get over their hump. They also can't have those serious conversations. One told me they would rather run into a burning building than talk about their feelings. Yeah, because you want to know what? A lot of those dudes, a lot of times they're very attractive to a lot of women, and so they look at it like, why am I going to just date you when I can just string you along? You like that old I think it's a Progressive commercial, you know, where he has like the dollar on the fishing pole and he's like, oh, you almost got it. Like some dudes that are especially very attractive, they like to just play that unemotional unavailability game because they look at it like, why am I gonna be tied down to you when I could have you and then these other girls and just all tell them the same bullshit? Oh, look, see, I'm not ready. Oh, this and that. And if y'all find out about each other, it's just like, oh, well, I mean, I told you I wasn't ready. We're not dating. We're not official. Niggas got a scapegoat. You know what I mean? So is it really the fact that they're unavailable, or is it a thing where they just kind of know how to play the field? I think it's they know how to play the field. I've seen it a lot. And it's just, shit's what it is, man. It is what it is. All right. What's a red flag that you are attracted to? A guy being overly protective. See, I wonder why women think that that is a red flag, or that is being controlling, or that is being like, as a man myself, I look at my woman as like my treasure, and I don't want my treasure to be out in the open where it could possibly get snatched up by other pirates. You know what I mean? It's like, why would I want that? Why would I want to do that? Why would I want other people, you know, touching my golden booty and doubloons? Why would I want that? You know, because if I'm being honest with you, all men are very possessive over their woman. Every single man is. Some guys show it. Some guys don't. Some guys are very passive about it. Some guys are very overt about it. If I'm being honest with you, for me, I'm the overt type. I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want you doing this, and that. I don't want you going here and going there and going there, because as a man, these kind of men, we understand that the dudes out in the world today will do anything and say anything to try to get you. And if they don't like to take no for an answer. We even did a thread where we asked women, what makes a guy creepy? And you want to know what the top one was? When a guy does not understand no. I guarantee you, go watch that episode. It's literally titled, Women, What makes a man creepy? Watch that episode, watch the thread, and I guarantee you're going to see it about at least 4 or 5 times. The girls will say, a guy that can't take no for an answer. And so the thing is that if my girl is out, say she's out with her friends and, she's out with her girlfriends and stuff like that, and a dude walks up and, they, push him off. No, I have a boyfriend, this and that. Homeboy doesn't want to take no for an answer. Her girls aren't going to defend her. No, they're going to fucking run away. That's going to leave my girl in a vulnerable spot. So that's why a lot of times I'm like, hey, no, I don't want you going there because of X, Y, and Z. No, I don't want you doing this because of X, Y, and Z. I have to be overly protective. I have to do these things. But a lot of girls look at it like, oh, you're insecure. Oh, you're being controlling, this and that. And it's like, no, I am protecting you from the men out there, from the dudes who can't take no for an answer, for the lonely niggas who haven't had sex in a year, and they're just trying to grab at anything they possibly can. The niggas that ain't got nothing, to lose, so they'll try to grape you. It's like, sadly, this is the kind of the world we live in, and it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And that's why for me, I look at it like, my girl is my treasure. That is my booty and golden doubloons, and I am making sure that my booty and golden doubloons will not be taken. Like, I'm just saying, bro. So I don't know why you would think that's a red flag. I would think that's a green flag, because that man loves you to the end, because he wants you to be protected. But hey, I don't know. Maybe you can argue me in the comments. We'll see. What's a red flag that you are attracted to? Emotional dependency. I have a serious problem with wanting to comfort a sad little guy. Yeah, look, okay. All right. Like, I hate when girls say that these dudes are their type, and then they get with these dudes and do nothing but complain about them. It makes no sense, because sure, in the beginning of the relationship, you're like, oh, he's cute. Oh, it's so sweet that he's this and that, blah, 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 blah. You get a year, hell, maybe even 6 months. I don't know. A lot of times it gets to a year, but a year in, you're going to be like, man, this dude's annoying, because you're going to be constantly being that emotional tampon when you're the emotional one yourself. And that's just not going to happen. And then you guys are going to get into arguments and fights and stuff like that. And that's just two emotional people clashing together. You need to have that grounded, stoic guy in your life. Sure, he doesn't need to be so stoic to where he doesn't, open up to you about things. But at the same time, the dude needs a little stoicism to be able to help you out with your problems. You know what I mean? Like, these emotional niggas, they're not going to do it. And man, and you girls be thinking you love these dudes and shit. And I'm like, oh. And I know, because I have a female friend that's dating one of these dudes. And what does she do? Constantly complain about this dude. Constantly. And I'm like, you want to know why? Because this dude is pretty much acting like a woman. And, you know what I mean? He's acting like a fucking woman, dude. He's an emotional little mess, and then makes you become emotional little mess, and then you guys are just emotional clashing the entire time. Like, no, I get it. The vulnerability might be nice, and he tells me things that he's feeling and stuff. It might be nice, but I think as a partner, no. As a friend, maybe. As a friend, that might work out for a lot of women, but as a partner, no, because they need that hard stoicism to kind of keep their emotional side in check. Yeah, and be able to calm her down in a way where, it actually calms her down and not just increasingly makes her angry. You know what I mean? So, yeah, damn, dude. All right, what is a red flag that you are attracted to? Middle-aged, drunk, sexually liberated women whose kisses taste of smoke and alcohol. I ain't gonna lie to you, when you're young, these are the girls, bro. These are the girls you go after. And I ain't gonna lie to you, sorry to say it, but I'm not sorry, but
she belongs to the streets.
And that's what we want when they young, man. Woo! We like it. Like when you're a guy, you know what I mean? You're 20, 21, 22. Oh, yeah. When I was 20, 21, 22. Yeah, those were the kind of girls I was going after. You know what I mean? The bitches who are outside smoking the cigarettes and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah. Target acquired. Why? Because those were girls who wanted to have fun and they wanted to fuck. Yeah, you wouldn't wife them up. Fuck no. No. You may get into a relationship with them just because, like, she's hot and you just kind of want to keep fucking. So then you get into a relationship with her and you kind of just boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? You do this for a while and then you're like, or either that or while you're in a relationship with her, you kind of find the good girl and you're like, ooh, yeah, that's what I want. Piece of chicken grease to you. Bye. And you go with the good girl because I'm being honest with you, even if you get the relationship as a girl like that, it ain't gonna last. No, that nigga's already on the prowl. He's like, I'm not letting my girlfriend hold me back from finding my wife. Exactly. Because I know you bitches is out here. Don't let your boyfriend hold you back from finding your husband. So like we can spin that shit too. All right. You know what I mean? Come on now. I won't lie to you. I've done it. Shit. Scout's honor right here. I'll be 100% truthful with you. I've done it because I mean, shit, that's just the way it is. I'm gonna get, and it's, a lot of times those girls are really good at sex and you're just like, whoo, and that's kind of what kind of draws you in. Yeah, but the nice girl is like, nah, I could teach her some shit. You know what I mean? We can do some things. Cause she don't know. You could have some bad dick game and she's straight. But with that girl, you gotta perform. You gotta fucking perform. I'm just saying. All right, we're going to do two more in this thread. What is a red flag that you are attracted to? Workaholic men with control issues. That's okay. See, that's the same thing. And what she's really saying is that she wants an overly masculine rich dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Let's be straight. You want an overly masculine rich guy. And if I'm being honest with you, that's what a lot of women want. Why are you saying that's a red flag? I don't know. Like, I don't sit here and blame women for wanting like a rich dude or whatever that case may be, because for me, I look at it like, yeah, as a man, if girls are like denying you all the time, then or rejecting you all the time, then guess what? That just means you're a loser. And you need to step your game up. You need to make more money. You need to get in better shape. You need to do something. Your hygiene's off. Whatever the case may be, you need to do something. And because I've been there. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm short as shit. I'm 5'7". And I used to be a very skinny guy. And so I would get rejected by girls all the time. And I didn't really I guess you could say take care of myself like that. It wasn't until I got maybe into my late 20s that I was like, holy shit, maybe I should whiten my teeth. Holy shit, maybe I should get a haircut regularly. Maybe I should hit the gym, and I was just like, oh man, maybe I should do these things. Maybe that's why I'm not getting a fucking girlfriend. And then I got into a relationship and I was with her for 5 years and we almost got married and stuff like that. And then it made me realize, like, wait a minute, okay, this works. And now that I'm single now, I've even noticed it even more to the point where it's like, yeah, I'm an attractive guy now because I've taken care of those things. A lot of guys just think, oh yeah, no, I could just get a girl. And his hair looking all scraggly and crazy. Beard is looking all washed out and patchy and shit. They're skinny to all hell, wearing clothes that are too big to fit them. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? First nigga, get a haircut, whiten up them teeth, shave that shitty ass beard. If you a nigga out here with a patchy beard, shave it. That's why my beard looks the way it does, because on my cheeks, I get patchy. So I'm like, nope, shaving that. I'm not leaving it. That just looks disgusting. I can't stand when dudes sit here and they got like little strands here, and here. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? That just looks trashy. Ain't no chick about to look at you endearing with that. Like, no, come on, man, chill out. And then a lot of guys don't work out. And I'm like, why? What are you doing? It's only going to benefit you. You know what I mean? It's only going to benefit you. Like, what are we doing here? Like, nah, man, work out. And then wear clothes that fit you. I can't stand dudes who be wearing big ass clothes. And I'm like, what are you doing, nigga? We ain't in 1998 anymore. It's like, stop with these big ass clothes. They wearing these big ass pants and sagging them and shit. I'm like, nigga, this is not 1998, man. We left that shit in the past. We wear fitted clothes now. Like, I don't know, like, get your pants, off the bottom of your ass. Like, bro, what are we doing here? That shit is crazy to me. I don't understand why the baggy style is coming back. I think that's just fucking atrociously ugly. Even on women, it's ugly. I like when a woman wears clothes that fit her, that fit her body type. It's like, what are we doing? This is crazy to me. You know, but as far as the dudes go, you know, yeah, it's like, come on, man. Yeah. I don't know why I ranted on there. I don't even know why I got into that. I'm just going to move on. All right, what's a red flag that you are attracted to? This will be our last one. Manipulative as fuck. I love how they work people. I love how they work me and ruin anyone caught in between. Damn. See, look, I've always said this to a lot of my friends. Women love, and I mean love, to be lied to. They love that shit. You say some shit that just sounds good, and as long as you articulate it right, they will be like, yeah? Oh my God. Oh, that's so amazing. You know, and then these bitches sleep with homeboy. Then they figure out niggas, he ain't all that. And she's just like, oh, well, maybe I haven't seen it yet. Maybe he's just hiding it, you know. Maybe. Let me hold off a little bit. And homeboy's like, oh, yeah. No, like, you know, like my Lamborghini's in the shop and, you know, the mansion is like under construction right now. Like, yeah, no, I'm just living with my grandma for the meantime. You know what I mean? And then I'm driving the 2002 Honda right now for the time being, though. Like, don't trip. I got it. I got it like that. It's going to take some time. You know what I mean? But if a nigga articulated it's just right, bro can get away with it, I'm guessing. Hey, because a lot of times my female friends will be like, oh, he told me this and he told me that. And I'm just like, and you believed it? You believed it? Oh, well, he had no reason to lie. Yes, he does. Pussy is his reason to lie. What the fuck are we talking about here? Pussy. That's why he is fucking lying to you. Come on, girl. You know this. A lot of you girls be just forgetting. You guys be like, no, it's not that. No, what? He actually cares about me. No, that nigga doesn't. No, that nigga doesn't. Come on, man. Y'all crazy sometimes. That's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. The red flags that you guys are into. Some I agree with. Some I'm like, you're crazy. And some of them it's just like, hey, it is what it is. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But we're going to move on into announcements. Then we'll get into confession time and then you guys' scenarios for today's Tuesday episode. So patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario, as well as confession time to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. All right. This week, is it this week? No, I believe it's next week. Okay. So not this week, but next week will be April's free Patreon episode. So if you want to wait for that one, you totally can. We do have March's. I do have a playlist down below of all of the free Patreon episodes. So if you want to check those out, you totally feel free to. And that way you can kind of see what we do over there on Patreon, see how juicy it is over there. You know what I mean? Because only the juiciest of the juiciest scenarios go over there. And so and then also if you are a Patreon member, your scenario gets moved to the top of my queue. I do have a lot of submissions. I do have a lot of people who write into the show very often and very frequently from TikTok as well as Instagram. So if you want your scenario to be featured on an upcoming show, then definitely get onto the Patreon, and that's the best way to do it. All right. So love you guys all. If you're an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast. Rating us 5 stars helps out a lot. Appreciate you guys so much. I also have playlists for you Patreon levelly people down in the descriptions. So if you want to catch up with Haunting Adeline, if you want to catch up on book 1, book 2, as well as A Court of Thorns and Roses, that's all there for you. The free Patreon episodes are on there as well, so you can check those out. I think I need to update that playlist if I'm being honest with you. So it might not be up to date up to like I believe March of 2025. I think it's updated to at least July of 2025. So I need to update that. But by the time this episode comes out, it should be updated. Okay. So I got you guys on that. And then, if you guys want to support us even more, help out, even more on the supporting side, man, definitely follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Instagram and TikTok are the best ways to contact me directly. And I do reply to some of my little direct messages and all that kind of stuff. If you want to, send me something on Instagram, or you want to just talk to me on Instagram, or you want to talk to me on TikTok, or send messages, whatever. I do frequent conversations with you guys a lot. You guys always want to ask me things about the show and, why am I doing it and why do I think this way and stuff like that. I mean, you guys are always in there, so, and I don't mind. I don't get back to you right away, but I will eventually. So, just pop on in there if you want to say what's up. But without further ado, let's get on into today's confession time. All right. So this person today has confessed, I caught my best friend masturbating. Oh, man. Whew, that would be weird. Okay. The title doesn't even do this story justice. Okay. I was having a sleepover at one of my friend's house and we played COD until we started feeling tired. I get up around 2 a.m. and she was moving around under the covers, but I just thought she was adjusting herself. Couple seconds later, I angle myself to turn and pretend I'm still mostly asleep and she stops. I open one eye to see what she's doing and she's straight up watching porn on her phone and playing with herself. I couldn't really see what she was looking at, but I kept getting glances of it until she was about to climax. She tilted her phone and oh my God, it was a video of her mom giving who I can assume is her stepdad a BJ. What the fuck? I have never brought this up with her and she doesn't act necessarily flirty with her stepdad, so I don't know. I just feel awkward AF. Yo. Now, is this a girl and a girl, or is this a dude and a girl? Oh, I wish you would have told. I don't know. I don't know if it's a girl and a dude or if it's a girl and a girl, but that's crazy. Yeah, she definitely wants to do that to her stepdad. She definitely does. She definitely wants to suck him off. Oh, man. The fact that she's doing that? Yeah. If Step Pops was just like, hey, yo, you looking kind of nice, do a little something for me, or like, oh, if you want to, and I'm obviously throwing porn scenarios out here, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But, if you want to go somewhere, you know what I mean? And your mom won't let you, you gotta have to do a little something for her. She would do it without an instant. She'd be like, you know what? I don't want to go anymore. This seems like more fun. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, your friend, she got a thing for the stepdad, and I think it's a thing where she may not be flirty and shit like that on the outside because to her, she already got her eyes on somebody. If I'm being straight with you, she got her eyes on somebody already. She's like, yeah, that's what I want. I want that right there. That man know how to work it. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's juicy. I ain't gonna lie, that's juicy. These confession times been getting juicy. Golly, that is juicy. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing. Don't say nothing to her. Because if I'm being straight with you, you say something, it's just going to be awkward as fuck and it's going to be hella weird. So I wouldn't say nothing. I ain't going to lie to you. But you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. What would you do if you found your best friend, diddling the thing to a step parent while you were there, mind you? That's crazy. All right. Now we're going to jump into our scenarios for today, brought in by you lovely people. Am I wrong for considering breaking up with my boyfriend over his reaction to mishaps during our hotel stay? Okay. My boyfriend and I took a weekend trip for our anniversary. We stayed at a hotel for a couple of nights and decided to get a cheaper one because we would only be there to sleep. I teased him that he was slumming it. He grew up rich and is used to nicer hotels. When we got to the room. It had 2 beds despite us only booking 1. I told him it was fine, but he was angry about it. We went down to change rooms. The front desk girl apologized and switched our rooms. The whole thing only took 10 minutes, but he was still upset by it. I've worked in customer service my whole life and told him it was just an easily remedied mistake. Around midnight the next night, he took a shower and realized we'd need more towels for the morning. He asked me to call for them to bring some. I called and the girl said that she couldn't bring them up herself because she was the only worker there. I told her no problem. I'd come down and get them. When I got back to the room, he asked where I went to, and I explained. He was pissed and went on about how the hotel was a shithole. I've found that it's easier to let him rant until it burns out. Then on the drive home, he went on and on about how the hotel was shit, the staff was incompetent. I had had enough and told him off. Who cares that our room was wrong? It was fixed quickly. Stuff happens. How would he feel if that was his daughter? Would he want her going up to strangers' rooms at sketchy hotels at midnight? He was taken aback, but said his daughter would never work at a job like that. I asked, what if she did? And he said if she found herself in so low of a position, she would have to deal with the unseemly consequences. That's crazy. Bro, the fact that he's like talking down to this woman that's just working an honest job. Bro, you're working an honest job and she's doing her best. Like, that's crazy. And see, that's the thing a lot of times about like some of these wealthier dudes is that they don't really understand humility and struggle to the point where it's like, yo, you realize there are ordinary ass motherfuckers that got to work these jobs. They have to. It's not a, oh, I want to, and oh, I have option. No, they have to work these jobs a lot of times. Why? Because it's the best paying thing that they can get at the time, you know, or it's what's putting them through school, or it's helping them, you know, get to certain goals in their life, whatever the case may be. It's like, dude, that is just crazy that you would even think this way towards a girl that's just making an honest living. She made an honest mistake. It's crazy to me, man. Damn. I know I might be overreacting, but I'm thinking about breaking up with him over this. I want children and I never want them to feel that unseemly consequences are their fault. I've talked to my mom and best friend, my close confidants, about this. Their advice is polar opposites. My mom says I should stay with him because the nigga got money. That's probably why. And he was only tired and grumpy. My friend thinks I should run for the hills and shouldn't have a future with a man who acts like this. What do I do? Am I wrong? Personally, I understand like where your mom is coming from. Oh, the man's got money. Oh, you know, where are you going to find another guy that's like that? But if I'm being honest with you, I would advise her to run. I'd advise her to be like, look, this ain't a relationship for me. This is not, because if I'm being honest with you, I don't think you're going to be happy in this relationship because of this incident. And then because this incident happened, it's now going to make you notice things that you didn't notice before. It's going to make you notice things where you're like, wow, he talks like that to wait staff. He talks like that about grocery store staff. He talks like that about, because he's already talking down to this woman that seemingly has done nothing wrong. If we're all being honest, she's done nothing wrong but her job, and she's doing her job to the best of her ability. She's not doing anything purposely, maliciously, which I never get that from customers. Back when I used to work retail, I would make a mistake and the customer would be like, how dare you? You did this on purpose, didn't? And I'm like, no, I made a mistake. Am I not human? Am I not a person? Like, huh? Why would I want to fuck up your order? Why would I want to fuck up, you know what I mean, your product? Why? Am I getting paid extra for fucking up your product? No. That's only going to look bad on me. Why would I want to do that? Why am I going to fuck up my livelihood to mess with you? Why? For a person I don't know. That shit is crazy to me. Absolutely asinine and crazy to me. But I digress. A dude like that is going to act like that to pretty much everyone. And what he's going to do is he's going to place that kind of judgment onto your kids as well. And that's going to suck, because then you're going to feel like, wow, my kid has done nothing wrong just because they didn't live up to your expectations, or, they didn't follow the path that you wanted them to follow, so on and so forth. And that's the type of guy that you're going to be dealing with. And that's the type of guy that you're going to give children to, a dude that just has no innate respect for those who are working hard. And that's the tough part about it. And so that's why I say run. I understand where mom's coming from. Mom looks at it like, hey, he's going to take care of you, and you possibly don't got to work a job, and you guys can always do this and that. But if I'm being honest with you, a lot of times, man, you can get you a dude, he make him some 60, 70 a year, and he's straight. You're straight. You're good. You guys will still live a good life. He's still able to take care of some kids. You may have to work a little bit here and there, but if I'm being honest with you, you're going to have a more happier experience, So, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Or to her question, let's just say, is she wrong for considering breaking up with her boyfriend? I don't think you're wrong. I don't. So, you guys let me know what you think in the comments, all right? Let's have a combo down there. All right, on to our next one. Am I wrong for getting mad that my ex-boyfriend's best friend is his ex? Okay, that is a red flag. Because if my girlfriend's best friend was her ex, yeah, we're done. We're done. Because there's no way you're spending all this time with your ex and your ex is not trying to get back into the picture. Like, come on now. Come on, your ex is your ex for a reason. Not for you guys to be friends, but for you guys to be exes. Like, that's crazy to me. All right, let's see what's up. My boyfriend, 26, and I, 28. I've been dating for 6 months. We are from different countries, so we travel back and forth. Oh, it's a long distance relationship. Okay. He has always talked about his best friend, Ashley, and how she is a hiker just like him and get on really well. Since I heard about her, I was really excited to meet her. The thing is, every time I went to his hometown, he would introduce me to everyone but her. Okay. The thing is, every time I went to his hometown, he would introduce me to everyone but her, and he will always tell me, like she's busy, that she asked her and she said she's unavailable. At first, I believed it, and then I find it suspicious. Me too. So, I know it was really awful by my part, but I went through his DMs with her and found out that they were exes. And just before we started officially physically dating, because we were virtually dating and we said there was no strings attached, they were fucking, like fuck buddies relationship. Once we started dating, they stopped, but he told her, I not told her about you being my ex or casual relationship we had, and I don't think she would like it. So I guess that's why he never told me. What I tell you, bro? What I tell you. And I guarantee you it was a thing that the ex looked at it like, well, if we get into like this little fuck buddy situation, he might like fall in love with me again and, want to be back together, because a girl doesn't just become fuck buddies just out of random. Sometimes they do, but most girls, they will be kind of in that situation with a purpose. And whether that purpose is to get back together with the guy, whether the purpose is to kind of get the guy to maybe see her as more of a relationship option, whatever the case may be, girls ain't just giving coochie out, to a dude just to give some coochie out. Like, she has a motive and a purpose. And I guarantee you her motive and purpose was to get back together with this guy. And so since he was like, oh, I got a girlfriend now, I can't really, be doing this with you no more, I'm sure the ex felt some type of way about it. And that's why she's like, I don't want to meet this bitch. Who the fuck is she? But the girlfriend is like, oh, I don't mind meeting her, this, and that. You see what I mean? I think that's what's going on here, is that the ex is like, fuck this bitch, stealing my man away from me, I don't want to meet her, fuck her. And then the girlfriend's like, oh, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, okay, if you're just friends with your ex, that doesn't mean anything. Cool, yeah, I'd love to meet her, Yeah, see, I think that's what's going on. And I saw that she never had any interest in meeting me. Exactly. What did I just say? And waited for me to go back home to have video calls or contact with him. In the messages, I can tell he isn't interested in her than just a friend, but I feel like she was always fishing to get back together. God damn, I don't miss. What'd I tell you? All right. When my boyfriend got home, I casually asked about what he thought of people who was friends with their ex, and he said, why would someone want that? I asked if he was friends with any of his exes, and he said, I have no contact with any of them. Oh.
Stop the cap.
Damn. Then list the names of the exes, Andy, Brittany, Ellen, but Ashley wasn't part of the list. Instead, he said other girls' names, so I got mad that he lied to me and said, I know Ashley is your ex and you have contact with her. And his response was, when we dated, she was called Andy, so technically I didn't lie. Okay. All right. Got drunk mad, like I drunk the night away, went nuts dancing. That's how I dealt with it. He apologized and blocked her and told me that he was sorry, that he just saw her as a friend and didn't tell me because he was afraid of how I was going to react. I forgive him, but now I can't stop picturing them together or she laughing at me for being a fool. And I get randomly mad at him ever since. Am I wrong to get jealous and insecure and being constantly mad at him even though he apologized multiple times, blocked her, and tried to do better? That's a thing where it's... Okay, my mom gave me this advice, and I think this might work for you. My mom told me that in relationships, there are going to be situations, there are going to be arguments, and there are going to be things that you guys just can't fucking agree on or get over. And so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to just suck it up, buttercup, put it in a jar, and put it on the shelf. And she uses that analogy to pretty much say that, hey, if you can get past this and understand that this is how you're always going to feel about it. It is what it is. As long as your partner is doing things to better the relationship, as long as your partner is doing things to keep the relationship going, respecting your boundaries, so on and so forth, then this is just something you're going to have to just bottle up, put it on the shelf, and it just is what it is. And you just leave it there. Because there is no solution finding. There is no like one way to get over it. Sure, you can try therapy. Sure, you can, talk it out and you guys can do things. But for you, the fact that you said, I get randomly mad because of the situation tells me that therapy and talking it out and all this kind of stuff is not going to change anything. So you're just going to have to jar that up and you're going to have to put it on the shelf and just let it be there. Let it be there. And when that emotion hits, he's just going to have to deal with it. If that's something that you don't want to deal with, or maybe it happens a little too frequently, whatever the case may be, that's going to be something that you're just going to have to deal with. But if you can't deal with that, then I would say, yes, that would be a good reason to get out of the relationship and say, look, this is something I can't get over. This is something that is always going to bother me. I can't keep feeling this way constantly over and over again. I don't like the feeling, this and that. So I'm just going to leave. And it is what it is. And that's just the way it goes. That's how it is in some relationships where there are things that you guys just can't get over. There are situations where no matter how hard you try, you just can't get past it. You can't deal with it. It's something you just are like, fuck, I don't know how to deal with this. And it's always going to be like, no matter what he does, it's not going to make you feel better about the fact that You found out about, him being physical with his ex, that he still talked to her, that she was trying to get back together with him, that she didn't want to see you and you were excited to see her. So again, I think it's a thing where if you can jar it up and put it on a shelf and just say, hey, that's just going to be something that's going to happen in our relationship and we'll deal with it when we deal with it. Then sure, stay with the guy. Do your thing. But if it's something that you just can't deal with, then you might as well just end the relationship and move on and try to be happier, because it's just going to be tough for you. It's just going to be tough. And it's a stress in your life that you shouldn't really bear, because it's going to be a lot. And so that would be my advice. For me and my madre, I mean, that's the advice that she gave me in my relationship, because we were dealing with the same deal. We were dealing with the same type of thing, where there was an ex-girlfriend of mine that was all up in her DMs and stuff like that, talking shit and being like, oh, well, he loved me and he did this for me and blah, 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 blah. And I bet he doesn't do this for you. And blah, and for my ex, she felt some type of way about it, and she's just like, what the fuck? Why is this girl doing this? Blah, blah, blah. And she was fake manufacturing texts and so on and so forth. And it was a lot. It was a lot for her to deal with. And it was something where, she jarred it up and she put it to the side, because no matter what I did and no matter, me blocking her and saying sorry and, comforting her and all that, it just didn't change the way that she felt about the situation that happened. And for me, I was like, it is what it is. And she left. And so, things happen like that. They just do. There are situations in a relationship where it's like, you just, no matter what your partner does, you just can't get past it. So again, you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you got some advice, maybe, you can swing her some wisdom, and I'll definitely put it down in the comments. All right. Okay. Let's get on to our next one. Am I wrong to assume my boyfriend may be a predator after finding his search history? What the fuck do you find in this nigga's search history? Okay, my boyfriend, 34 male, and I, 36 female, have been together for 11 years with 2 kids. You know what I've noticed? So I've noticed that, girls are dating younger dudes now. Is that a normal thing? Is that a thing that, happens a lot more now? I thought it was always a thing that girls wanted a guy that was maybe older than her, same age or older. But I've noticed on this show that a lot of the girls are dating dudes that are younger than them. That's surprising to me. I don't know. That's just a trend that I've kind of noticed. All right. So they've been together for 11 years and they got 2 kids. I recently found out he has a severe porn addiction when I went to use his Discord one day, and have since been really bothered by what types of things he looked at quite a bit, and need to know if I'm overreacting. He was looking at Belle Delphine almost every day for years, and started watching things like Diaper Girls, Barely Legal, and basically it seemed like his whole fetish is just young people. I understand the actors are 18, but they are purposely acting and dressing to look underage. Well, I mean, we'll get into it. I honestly don't know if I'm overreacting to think he has some kind of preference towards underage people and is just finding the legal loophole to act out those fantasies. He had tried going to school to be a teacher out of the blue around the time he was really starting to watch on Discord, and pretending at the same time he always wanted to do it and wanted to help kids like him who didn't fit in high school. He says I'm being crazy to think this is a huge red flag. So, am I wrong to assume my boyfriend may be a predator after finding his search history? Now, to the whole thing of 18-year-old girls dressing to look underage and stuff like that, that is what I've noticed is more of a anime thing. Because in anime, a lot of the girls that are fetishized and that you see, they're in high school. They're 16. If I'm being honest with you. Now, in Japan, 16 is a marriageable age for women, and they're kind of considered, adults at that point, if I'm being honest with you. That's the thing in Japan. You can Google that shit, but 16 is a marriageable age for women in Japan. And so, a lot of times with anime and you can argue hentai and all this other stuff. It's very sexualized. Now, what a lot of these girls do, and giving the example of Belle Delphine allows me to understand the archetype of girl that he is looking into, because those type of girls, what they do is they dress like young anime girls. They dress like girls, who are obviously 16, 17, and 18, and they're on the shows and stuff like that. But what they'll do is they'll add like a sexual spin to it. So that way it kind of entices men to be like, ooh, that's kind of hot. And so if I'm being honest with you, a lot of dudes just kind of like this stuff. And I don't think necessarily it makes them a predator necessarily for it. I mean, obviously in our culture, yes. And in their culture, it's kind of a little normalized. But I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I'm not saying what he's doing is wrong either, because again, these girls are 18. They're already like kind of fetishizing that, like that. It's kind of what made Belle Delphine and girls of that archetype popular. So, and then on top of that, you got to understand, you know what I mean? Dudes my age and older and stuff like that, well, they want a younger girl, and they look at it like 18 years old is the cream of the crop. It's when they're at their hottest and they're at their peak. And so again, there is that as well. And so, and a lot of women kind of look at that as like, oh, that's disgusting. And oh, that's, like predatorial or grooming and stuff like that. I mean, you can put whatever label you want on it, but in general, a lot of older dudes, if they're going to like fantasize and beat their meat and do all this kind of stuff, they're going to do it to girls 18 to 24. They're going to do it to vastly younger girls. Now, it would be different if you found some like, child pee on there. Okay, it would be different, because that's what I thought you found on there. And I was about to be like, oh shit, girl, run. But if it's a thing where it's just of age girls cosplaying as these characters that are younger, then I mean, that's just kind of the norm, for dudes who enjoy that kind of content, if I'm being honest with you. Now, the whole teacher thing, I don't know. I don't really know your husband like that. I don't really know him to that degree. I'm not going to say anything on it. Sure, it may be a weird coincidence, but it could just be a coincidence. That's something where your time will only tell with that one. If he does become a teacher and then out of nowhere, let's say, I don't know, a year or two down the line, your man's getting arrested for touching, a 14-year-old girl, then hey, and then you got your answer there. But I don't know. I would hope that he's being honest to the point of like, yeah, I do want to help kids, and I want to help, outsider kids like me, and find a place and be comfortable in academia. But like I said, that is time will tell. I don't know your husband like that, so I'm not going to sit here and kind of make judgment, or like, I'm only going to just go off of the information that you've given me. And the only information that you've given me is that he tends to like the cosplay aspect of, this. And then he has a different reason for wanting to be a teacher. So again, I don't know. You guys let me know. You may have another angle. You may have another, like outlook on it. You may think something different. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. But we're going to get into our last scenario for today's Tuesday episode. All right. And if you're enjoying the episode, please leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Man, if you're an audio listener, download the show as well as rating us 5 stars. Man, I love you guys so much. Let's get into this last scenario. All right. Our last one is fiance ran into an old hookup and her new spouse and thinks we should all hang out. The fuck? Okay. My fiance and I have been together for 4 years. He was at a bar last night and ran into an old fling and her new spouse. Him and the spouse hit it off apparently. He started the conversation with me saying, I don't know how to say this, but I ran into a friend tonight and her partner, and I think we should all hang out. I could tell by how he started the conversation that he was clearly that this was clearly someone he had a past with. He admitted to them sleeping together several times before him, and I started dating, and that it had been a few years since he's seen her. I asked him if her spouse knew they used to hook up, to which he clearly didn't. Oh, okay. And if he honestly thought that would be a good idea, he got angry with me and said, I just don't like anyone, and he won't ever bring it up again. Mind you, this is the same partner that freaks out if my child's father calls me, texts me, nor has he ever mentioned this person at all. And he didn't exchange numbers with the boyfriend. He exchanged numbers with her. So, am I wrong if my fiance ran into an old hookup and her new spouse thinks we should all hang out? I mean, the fact that it was her guy that suggested it is not that bad. And now if it was your fiance's idea to like all hang out and stuff, then it would have been a little more red flaggy. But I don't know. This guy could easily just be a hookup. This guy could easily just be a little in-between guy. Some dude she's just seeing for the time being or for the moment. You know what I mean? And now that she saw your guy again, she might be like, damn, I kind of remember all the reasons why I was attracted to him. I remember all the reasons why, the dick was good, this, and that. Like, there might have been some spark that was reignited. And if I'm being honest with you, it's a thing where what you should do is just be like, no, I don't want to hang out with him. I don't want to see him. And I think that's what you did, because I think in the scenario you did say that he got upset and was like, oh, you don't like anybody and this, and that. But that could cause problems because then he could try to go and see them or see her without you and kind of maybe lie about it. I hope not. I hope he wouldn't do that. But it's a possibility. And so all I'm saying is that just be vocal about it. Just be vocal about it and be like, look, dude, I don't really like you hanging out with a girl that you used to sleep with. I don't think it's a conducive thing. Yeah, she's got a man, that's cool, but still, it's just something that I'm not comfortable with, that I would, hope that, you could, sympathize with me on this a little bit, because again, it's a thing where you don't want to give this girl the opportunity to even, try to sneak her way on in here, because again, we don't know the relationship of this guy. We don't know if they're actually, he says spouse, but I highly doubt it. They could have been married. It might have been a thing where they have an open relationship. It could have been a thing where, like she might just say, fuck it, I'll cheat on my husband. You never know. I mean, nowadays, dude, being married don't mean shit. It really doesn't. Being married don't mean shit. Being married is just a piece of paper nowadays. It really is. You got a ring on your finger, shit, it don't matter. He or she will still go out there and cheat and do whatever they want to do. So it is what it is. And that's why I say it's like, you still, regardless if they're married, regardless if you don't really see anything wrong with it or you don't see a possibility of these things, it could happen. And so you're going to have to just be like, you're going to have to just be 1000% honest and upfront and be like, hey, I don't want you seeing this girl. I don't like this girl. I don't want her even thinking that she can come up in here. I don't care if she's married. I don't care if homeboy, doesn't like you, whatever. I don't care. Like, I don't want to do this. This is a boundary that I'm setting. And if you would like to cross it, then that's cool. You can do that, but you're going to do it single. And that's just the way it goes. If I'm being straight with you, you break that marriage up, it is what it is. Or I guess call off the fiance ship or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's just how I see it. That's how I'd handle it. But you guys let me know what you think about this scenario and all the scenarios we've gone over today, as well as the confession time and the thread, man. We did a lot today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all of the juiciness we've gone over today. And let me know what you guys think, man. Get on down in the comments. Give your opinion. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Okay? All right. I will see you guys on Thursday for Haunting Adeline. Haunting Adeline is almost over. Oh, my God. This week and next week. And that's it, man. Haunting Adeline is done. Then we'll be moving on to a new book. I got a lot of recommendations from you guys, and I'm excited. I think I've chosen a book, and I think you guys are going to like it. So you guys will see that book starting April. So in April, we'll see that book, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. I'll definitely surprise you guys with a good little book, all right? So love you guys all. I'll see you on Thursday for Haunting Adeline. Peace.